From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSN Sports.net, the Valley Sports Network, the source for Imperial Valley sports, highlighting our student athletes throughout the Imperial Valley. For John Moreno, this is Vic Carrillo at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium as the Imperial Tigers welcome the visiting Cibola Raiders from Yuma, Arizona in their home opener. The Imperial Tigers, after opening up the season with a 28-7 scrimmage victory at El Capitan High School in Lakeside 3 weeks ago, had a bye week when everybody else was kicking off their official season. And then last Friday, they traveled to Santee in eastern San Diego County, and after taking an early lead of 7-0 in the first half, they fell behind and lost 21-7 to the powerful West Hill football team. Well, John, tonight's game is being officiated by the Imperial Valley Officials Association, led by J.J. Jackson, and he'll be teamed up with Sal Carrillo along with Benny Carter, to name a few. Tonight's captains for both squads, the visiting Cibola Raiders, have number 8, George Garcia, number 32, Damian Magana, and number 53, representing the Cibola Raiders squad as captains for tonight's ball game. It's their season opener as they journey into the Imperial Valley to kick off their season. They come off a 4-game schedule of last year in the fall of 2020, as numerous games were canceled due to the pandemic of COVID-19, whereas the Imperial Tigers, as they come out onto the field, went 3-2 in an abbreviated season played in the spring. The Imperial captains will be Devin Mesa, number 3, number 55, Aiden Shields, Jeremiah Naylor, number 23, along with number 1, Jesse Nichols, all seniors representing the Imperial Tigers. So the Imperial Tigers, coached by David Shaw, the Cibola Raiders, coached by Steve Fritz. David Shaw just finishing a second season with the Imperial Tigers. He's an administrator in the Calipatria School District, but Johnny was a standout athlete here for Imperial back when he played in the day. He was an all-league quarterback, a southpaw. He was an all-league basketball player and an all-league baseball player. Played at the collegiate level, went and furthered his studies, and now has come back to his alma mater to lead the football team here in the 2021 season.
You know, from when Coach Segura had it, that we ran a spread offense. So I think they did a great job, and I was also on that staff. I coached defensive backs for Coach Segura, but the offensive staff did a great job of developing receivers, running back. So it was an easy transition. I like to run a spread offense. I like to run an up-tempo offense and try to go fast. And that's what they did. So it really was an easy transition from Coach Segura to myself as far as, offense goes. So.
Number 30, Roberto Castañeda, a middle linebacker, there to make the touch tackle.
A bad snap to Turnin, and he has to make do with a broken play. He'll lose some yardage on there.
Valencia up front. The linebackers are Daniel Riesgo, Ethan Reeves, Kai Bishop, and Jeremiah Naylor, along with Aiden Shields. The defensive backs are Seth Shaw and Devin Mesa.
So a handoff right up the middle to number 35 for the Cibola Raiders, Freddie Hernandez. Hernandez is met at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss, so it'll be now 2nd and 11 for the Cibola Raiders at their own 37. So Jesus Torres out of the gun on a 3rd and 5. He's going to hand it off to his bread and butter, George Garcia, met at the line of scrimmage, stopped, dropped, big time by number 70.
Number 70, that's Wolfgang Horner, 6'2", 305-pound senior.
Sorry, 78, Vic.
78, that was Diego Valencia, still 6'2", but only 225 when you compare him to Wolfgang Horner. But The Imperial Tigers, one of their strengths, John, is up front with their defensive line in Vasquez, Cesena, Horner, and Valencia. Sounds like a law firm.
There you go. 47-yard line with Turnin out of the gun. Empty backfield.
A quarterback draw.
Number 6, Turnin will keep it. Go to the left side and still on his feet and evading tacklers like crazy. Will take it inside the 30. 2nd and 4 from the 28. CJ Turnin out of the gun. Again, Shaw, this time met at the line of scrimmage, dropped by number 8 for the Cibola Raiders. That's George Garcia. No gain. In fact, perhaps a loss of a yard for that run attempt by Seth Shaw. He's got trips to the near side.
But he's got Naylor in the backfield, John. Watch this young man.
And Naylor's out there blocking, and so Turnin keeps the football, goes to the left side, runs out of bounds inside the 10. Will get a first down and more. He picks up about pretty close to 13, 14 yards, and the Tigers are now right at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, that was outstanding line protection there, John, but also in the backfield, Jeremiah Naylor taking out 2 players on the defensive end, allowing Turin to scamper free on the left side. So they're inside the red zone, the ball just shy of the 10-yard line.
The snap, the set, and the kick, and splits the upright. So Imperial gets on the board here with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. 3-0 Tigers. And number 35 in the backfield for him. He's going to take the handoff. 35 is Freddy Hernandez. Freddy Hernandez loses yardage. He'll lose about 4.
And Freddy Hernandez, the lone back.
Torres on a keeper, rolls out and is sacked way back there by number 23, Naylor.
Jeremiah Naylor, a 5'10", 190-pound senior, John. Outstanding defensive player. And those watching globally, nationally, and regionally witness that play and the athleticism of Jeremiah Naylor. So
right about the 26.
Trips to the near side.
So Torres is sacked again. There is no blocking on the offensive line, giving him time to do anything.
Well, the defensive pressure of Diego Valencia, Wolfgang Horner, and Victor Cesena didn't allow the quarterback, Jesse Torres, to see tall receiver Alonso Quintero, all 6'3" of them running a post pattern from the near side to the center of the field. He was wide open as the Imperial defense was in a cover 2 defense as they split up the field 50-50 with their defensive backs covering, and the middle was open.
Now Schultz will have to punt the football again from his own 15, and he's standing probably close to the goal line. And Seth Shaw standing about the 40, 45. He looks like he'll return it. He catches the punt
At his
to
own
the
45.
40. 45 crossing midfield, coming this way, breaks it
Picking up the picket fence
and
at the
takes
45,
it
down
inside the 30 at about the 27.
And that was number 23 of the Raiders making that tackle there. Otherwise, that was Emmanuel Ortiz, a junior. Otherwise, Shaw may have taken it to the house, John, but nevertheless, Imperial enjoying excellent field position here with 9:24 remaining in the second quarter.
So Turnin and Naylor in the backfield. He's got double-double formation on a 2nd and short. Gives it to Naylor. Left side, 1st and 10 for Imperial. Move those chains. The Tigers are getting close. They're at about the 17-yard line. Turnin and Shaw in the backfield. Turnin out of the shotgun.
The Raider defense being tested early.
Shaw will get the handoff, and he'll take it right up the middle. Touchdown, Imperial. So Shaw from 5 yards out takes a 1st and goal from Turnin and puts 6 points on the board for the Tigers.
Running behind the blocking of left guard, Wolfgang Horner along with center, Victor Cesena and Diego Valencia on the right side. They opened up a running lane that you could have driven a semi through. And Seth Shaw, 5'7", 170 pounds, able to use his speed to scamper into the end zone untouched. That was opened up by the offensive line controlling the trenches as we get set for Nathan Gonzalez kickoff.
It'll be a low kick. It'll hit the returner, Schultz, he'll find some running room, and he's going to the left side. He's at the 40, midfield, and heading toward the end zone. Go! He's gone, breaking tackles all the way through. That is number 6. Zach Stoltz takes it back. Touchdown, Cibola on a beautiful return. Kicked it down inside the 5, but was able to pick it up and find a little picket fence here inside the 30, and then just busts it open.
Well, John, that was one of those, well, how do you like that kickoff returns so the Cibola Raiders respond with 5:45 remaining here in the second quarter.
Naylor in the backfield. He'll shoot it. Number 1, Jesse Nichols. Pass is caught in the left flat, and Nichols will take it down the near sideline. He's got one guy to beat, and he won't do it. He'll be knocked out at the 31-yard line. Turnin again hands it off. No, he keeps it again and pitches to the far side to number 4, running the option, finds a lot of room, taking it inside the 20, inside the 15.
That's Alejandro Perez.
Wow.
A 5'7", 165-pound junior, a wide receiver. Faked me out, John. I was watching Jeremiah Naylor running.
Right, me too. And then before you know it, you see Turnin with the football on the opposite side of the field, pitching to Perez. 3rd and goal with a full house backfield. Looks like the wishbone, Turnin running. He's going to hand it off to the big guy, number 25 for the Tigers. That is Dominic Suarez. Does he get it? Touchdown Imperial on an extra effort. So the Tigers now up 16-6 as they get set for the point after.
As they're going to start getting more, an increased student population, and as a result, they'll be coming out for these team sports.
Wow, it was a fake punt. I mean,
well,
they looked like they were going to go for it, but they punted nonetheless. There's nobody there to return it, and so it'll be spotted for the Tigers inside the 25. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. So we thought they were going to go for it, but just a short snap to the punter, and he lets it go.
So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Turn out of the gun. Shoots it. Pass is caught. Number 4 for the Tigers. That is Alejandro Perez. So Perez gets a first down. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10, 42 seconds to go.
A beautiful pass by Tyrann as he threads the needle there between 2 defenders to get the ball to Alejandro Perez, a 5'7", 160-pound junior wide receiver. So time has been called, John, with 41.2 seconds remaining.
All around the 35-yard line. So turning out of the gun, trips to the left side. Naylor in the backfield. Rolling out, turning, looking. Going deep. Is that Nichols? No, touchdown Imperial, and that was number 4. That is Alejandro Perez running. Beautiful pass in the seam. Is wide open around the 5-yard line and takes the Tigers to the house.
Well, he was split to the right, John, and ran a post pattern and got behind the defense and continued running as Tyrann was rolling out to his left. He was open around the 15-yard line, and fans in the stands were yelling, throw it, throw it. But cool, calm, and collected, C.J. Turner waited till he was completely clear and threw it to the back of the end zone.
Jesus Torres punt the ball on a 4th and long. And Shaw will pick it up at the 44. Finds a lot of room, gets a good block coming down the near sideline. Touchdown Imperial! Seth Shaw with a punt return from about the 46 and takes it all the way down the near sideline to put 6 points on the board for the Tigers. Well, they've got to be up in the top 3 because you've got Central, Brawley, Imperial. Those have been the top 3 teams for a while. Intercepted Seth Shaw, the Jesus Torres pass. There's flags all over the place, but Seth Shaw read that perfectly, caught the interception at the 40 and took it inside the 20. 2nd and 10. Hendricks bumps into Turnin, but Turnin still makes something happen as he finds a lot of room going to the right side, takes it inside the 10, 1st and 10, move those chains up, pick up a 15 for C.J. Turnin and the Tigers.
You know, the efficiency and efficacy of this Imperial offense,
Suarez split out to the left.
is very impressive here early in the season.
So Turnin will run the option, keeps it left side, finds a lot of room and takes it into the end zone from 10 yards out. Touchdown, Imperial. So another keeper on C.J. Turnin finds room to the left and just runs the option, decides to keep.
Well, he was able to sidestep the defensive line and outside linebacker Damian Magana on that play, and even though he had a trail back that was open, Turnin keeps it himself and is able to put another 6 points on the board.
Garcia keeps it, runs it, gets the first down as he'll take it inside the 35 to about the 33, and he'll pick up good enough for a first down, maybe more than 10. And here we go with a 2nd and goal now on the other side. Left to right going in. The Cibola Raiders a couple of yards out from the goal line. And they're going to give it to guess who? George Garcia. And he takes it in from a couple. Touchdown, Cibola.
Well, that effort was all George Garcia as far as running the football was concerned. But let's give credit to that offensive line. Noé Mesa, Angel Villanueva, Max Perez, the center, Clinton McCall, and Jonathan Chavez that opened up running lanes just wide enough for George Garcia, a 5'11", 190-pound running back who's seen action as the Wildcat quarterback here, John, single-handedly taking it upon himself and putting the team on his shoulders and willing the way into the end zone.
And we have some updates we'll give you right now. They're going to go for 2. And again, out of the shotgun with George Garcia. And he'll take the snap and try to pound his way up the middle. They're pushing him forward, Vic. Does he get it? Yes, he does. A 2-point conversion from George Garcia. Takes it, and it's been the George Garcia show ever since Jesus Torres.
Well, there's no mystery to what the offensive formation would be to the Tigers. And as a result, George Garcia said, this is what we're going to run. Here I come. Try to stop me if you can.
Hendricks in the backfield. Vindiola takes the snap, gives it to Hendricks. Hendricks running this way. He's quick, he's shifty, he's fast, and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 25.
Number 21, Isaac Lopez, making the stop. But not until Hendricks was able to pick up a first down.
Vindiola takes a snap, looking left. Pass is caught. Number 4, rolling. That is Perez, I believe.
Alejandro Perez, a 5'7", 160-pound junior, gets inside the 10.
And you get a 1st and goal, Vic, at about the 5.
Gonzalez, a soccer-style kicker from the right side.
And splits the upright, so it's now 41-14.
Aguilar run a fly pattern.
George Garcia on the keeper. This time gets a first down, finds a lot of room, dragging people with him, crossing midfield to the 45. Could have broken away, almost did. But
well, that was a hustle of Hendricks, who left the coverage of Aguilar here on the near sideline, sprinted across the field to make that tackle, and a touchdown-saving tackle it was.
So a 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Imperial 45-yard line.
Made that saying famous as he brought in Showtime, and don't forget, he put him in the popcorn machine, John.
That's right. Slam dunk was one of his
and the dribble drive.
The dribble drive. So an outstanding game by the Imperial Tigers tonight here at Shimamoto-Simpson Stadium, where tradition is very much alive for the Imperial Tigers.
Well, the Imperial Tigers rebounding from a heartbreaking 21-7 loss last week against West Hills of Santee. The Tigers come back and with a resounding 41-14 victory over the visiting Cibola Raiders in their opening game of their season. As a shout out to Stephen Fritz, the coach of Cibola, and his staff, along with David Shaw and his coaching staff here at Imperial, A very well played game, very well officiated by Sal Carrillo, Benny Carter, J.J. Jackson, and associates. John, this was a pleasure to announce a football game of this quality here this early in the season.
Well, we'd like to thank, first of all our listening audience, and of course our halftime guest, Joe Apodaca, principal of Imperial High School and alumni of Central Union High School. Again, like to thank our program director, Will Torres, and our Valley Sports Network, our technician tonight, Eric Swain, and our cameraman, Luis Panchito Garcia, and of course, our newly hired correspondent, student intern, Alejandra Zaragoza, and of course, the sponsors who make our broadcast possible. Join us next week from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, when VSN, the Valley Sports Network, the source for Imperial Valley Sports, will travel back here to Imperial again for the Imperial Valley Center game. Again, tonight's final score, Imperial 41, Cibola 14. For Vic Carrillo, this is John Moreno of Bulldog Media bringing you live coverage of Imperial Valley football, saying good night on VSN, the Valley Sports Network.